Imran?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So I have interacted with you before, na?
Yes, sir. I have. You have already uh, taken a grooming session uh, with me.
Yes. So first, I would like to ask some question. Then it will be some interacting session. You may ask some question to me, okay? So,
It's a little bit not audible. Sir.
okay. So briefly tell about yourself.
So my name is Mohammad Imran. I
Okay,
was born and brought up in Pomlu, Purva Midnipur. I
okay,
completed my Madhyamik examinations from Tomluk Hamilton High School. After
okay,
schooling, I went to study BTech in electrical engineering, which I
okay,
completed in 2015. After that, for less than 1 year, I also interned in telecommunication sectors. But eventually, I went for the exam preparation. And in
okay,
2017, I cracked
okay,
SSC MTS exam and joined
okay,
2018 Archaeological Survey of India as a
okay,
multitasking staff. And
okay,
since then, I was first posted in Dharwad, Karnataka. Later, I posted
okay,
several districts, and
okay,
presently I am in Badami, Karnataka.
okay.
And
So,
I have my family, my wife, my parent, and I have one sister also.
okay,
My father is a businessman, and
okay,
both my wife and mother is housewife. They are housewife.
okay, okay. Very good. So, Imran, you are a young, energetic engineer. You have graduated yourself in electrical engineering. So then
Yes,
you
sir.
are switching to the government sector. Okay, you have already entered and you have been working in the government sector since 2018. So,
Yes, sir.
so if I ask you, how would you apply your acquired knowledge of electrical engineering if you are selected as executive officer?
First of all, uh, as an executive officer, first I will be posted in rural areas, and in rural areas there are many issues related to energy field. Like in many part of rural areas, still now there is no electricity has been provided. There may be many issues for state electricity board. They may have found that it is not cost efficiently to reach, but there could be uh, in anyhow electricity must be provided. Also, so I can find out the efficient what will be the load that will be required for that. I can calculate that.
Don't you don't you think that the what are the major factors as you have mentioned that there are so many rural areas where electrification has not been yet been made. So, what are the basic drawbacks or what are the basic threats that are prevailing there?
I have heard in many cases in many part of Sundarban areas, the
Mhm.
major issues here are that these are the areas where the every year one or two cyclones the incident of cyclones. So the problem is that the electrification for that part of state is quite difficult because there are few villages and few household, and for those household, uh, the board does not think that uh, they have uh, enough money to carry out
So
electricity
you
program.
want to mean that mm, there would not be any cost-effective method for the boards.
There, there is some already. There is some solar PV cells are there by the government, the West Bengal REDA, Renewable Energy Development Agency,
Correct.
which are carried out some electricity generating program from the PV cells. But those cells are dependent on weather condition, as these are not cannot provide continuous electricity. So actual power generation there should be given to those peoples also.
Okay. So, Imran,
Yes, sir.
am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Hello, hello,
Hello?
sir. I am
Am I
not able.
audible,
Not
Imran?
audible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I am
Yes.
audible. You
Yes.
are audible.
Yes. 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 Thank you. So, you are saying that for those villages where the electrification has not yet been made by the board, so to the board there is a factor of cost effective method for the board. The You are saying na there are so many little number of households are there where the board thinks that
Well, first of all, there uh, I have to find out that uh, in anyhow the load can
I
be increased in.
what I want to mean, Imran,
Uh,
do you suggest any alternative methods to combat with such drawbacks? Because
well,
electrification is essential, na?
yes, that part of the state is quite remote, and mm, there but there is immense opportunity to provide renewable energies like the tidal energies uh, and the solar cells and most of all the wind energy. So I can suggest those organization can develop such method to provide electricity.
Okay. So recently government has come out one project, one power, one nation, like one election, one nation.
One election, yes,
One election, one nation. Like one election, one nation, government has proposed the similar concept in the power or energy sector too.
yes, sir.
Can you elaborate that mission or that schema?
Well, the the country is divided into few grids, five grids. I have
Good,
so far I know. So
good.
the electricity, as we know, that electricity cannot be stored, but electricity can be sent to those grids, and through these grids, electricity can be reached to far off places. So the grid pattern is not fully developed yet. It is only developed in eastern regions. There are total five regions. Not all regions are connected through grid pattern, as far I know. Maybe wrong.
Okay, okay. So, okay. So, do you know what will be your first preference in job?
Executive,
Executive.
sir. Yes.
Do you know the function of a BDO, block development officer?
A block development officer has to carry out all the development program in block level. The decision
Yes.
that is taken by the Samiti level, and he is
Who
the
is the ex
implementing
officio
officer.
chairman of Samiti level?
Ex officio chairman.
Yes. Does BDO have any role in Samiti level?
Yes, he is the executive officer uh, of
Yes.
the Samiti level.
Yes.
He also the program officer of MG Narega.
Yes.
He's the disaster manager in chief at block level.
Yes.
Also the returning officer of Panchayat election.
And for assembly election,
Mm. For assembly election, he's given some uh,
who is the
observing
returning
officer.
officer? No, no, no.
Returning officer
Video.
is district collector at assembly level.
Who is the returning officer for the state assembly election?
District collector
Okay, and video acts as a
acts as the, I don't know, sir, actually. Maybe.
assistant returning officer. Okay,
Okay.
ARO.
Good.
Okay. So, Imran, have you ever visited any block? Do you reside in block area? Do you stay in block area?
Yes, I do stay in block area and village, and I have
In
already
which
visited.
block it is?
It is Tomluk block.
Tomluk block. Who is the
Yes,
BDO over there now?
Wasim Reza.
Wasim Reza is the BDO. Have you ever visited your block office?
Yes, yes. Before the interview,
What
I
are the three
visited him. Yes, sir.
what are the three major problems of your block area? Can you cite preferential basis?
Uh, the main major problem is the flood. There are
Okay,
frequent flood occurs during the rainy season. Like last year,
okay,
we have seen devastating flood at Paskuda and
okay,
other areas of Tomluk also.
okay,
And major problem is irrigation is another problem. The canal is highly encroached,
okay,
and other problem also the roads are also being very much encroached, and there's no footpath in some places.
okay. So for irrigation, as you have mentioned that irrigation is one of the major problems that are being faced by the district people of your district. So can you cite some alternatives to
Yes,
combat this?
to combat this, the canals must be every year. Uh, uh, there should be every year grazing process to desilt those canals, and the flow of water may not be hindered at any place. The canals are also been encroached, and uh, the government authority who are responsible to uh, evict those encroachment process has to be much alerted. Hello,
Hello?
hello, sir. You are not visible, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So, so canal, you think that canal is one of the major alternatives, na? So, okay, okay.
Canals and
Oh,
watershed also. The watersheds are also been encroaching
okay,
mainly in the town
okay,
areas, semi-urban
okay.
areas.
I understand. So, your land is famously described as land of the freedom fighters, your
Yes,
district, actually. So, can you name some two major personality, two famous personality who are not hailing from the Indian freedom struggle background, accepting Indian freedom struggle background? Can you cite two most famous personality who are hailing from your district?
the the most famous Khudiram Bose can be one of one of those personalities.
No,
He
he is
was the
associated
one
with.
of the
I want to know two famous personality. They are not associated with Indian freedom struggle.
hmm,
They are not associated.
not associated with Monilal Bhomik, uh,
Good,
who is a scientist, renowned scientist. He
correct.
invented lasers uh, and also did and continuously doing much charitable work in our district. And another person, Boris Maiti, who is very famous painter, also got Padma Award.
Good, good. So I hope you have studied Constitution very well.
Yes, sir.
So is there any provision in the Constitution where the budget is discussed?
Yes, Article 112 of the article states that annual financial statement.
So the word budget is not there.
No, sir.
It is annual financial statement, na?
Yes,
Yes, yes. So suppose, Imran,
yes, sir.
yes. So have you seen this year budget that has been announced by our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman on 1st February?
I have read it in a newspaper.
Okay. So do you think it's a middle class budget? The budget is meant for middle class people?
Yes, I think the budget is much relief for the middle class as the uh, exemption provision up to 12 lakh of salary. uh, there is exemption. Also, the 4 lakh up to 4 lakh, there will be no tax at all.
Okay.
So that is much
So
relief for the middle class.
so basically to you the budget is very much was very much relief to the middle class people. If if it is so, then it must be a fillip to the Indian stock market as well. Because in the stock market, the middle class people, excepting the foreign investors and domestic investors, middle class people's contribution cannot be denied. So if
Hmm.
it is so, then after budget, Indian stock market has been continuously falling. So do you find any reason behind this?
Uh,
Do you follow
one
Indian
reason
stock
that
market?
uh, one reason is that the the new government that has came to America, the Donald Trump government, which is much conservative, and already Donald Trump already remarked in a way that are not helpful for trade. He also talked about imposing tariffs on BRICS countries. That must be one reason, and
But
other
before,
reason
before
there is
but
no
as you are
relief for.
mentioning that Donald Trump may be a factor, Imran, but much before the Donald Trump came into power, the Indian market has been continuously falling. What I can say from last September, October, from September month onwards, Indian market has started falling, and nowadays these days also its behavior is remaining the same. Donald Trump may be a cause, as you are mentioning. I want to know the other. Are there any international or national issues or repercussions based on who is the Indian market is reacting so?
Yes, Indian market is heavily dependent on the foreign institutional investment, but there is no relief for
Okay.
middle class on that sector, the share market sector, as the short term. uh, the short-term gain is not reduced, right, which is kept at 20%. But also there is outside uh, international event that are going on, like the the peace process of
Short-term capital gain
Russia.
tax.
Yes, sir, STCG.
Yes, peace process of Russia.
And yeah, uh,
Have you ever
and
have you
other
ever heard one phenomenon? You continue, please. And other
uh, there is international events that are going on from for a few years, and the peace process is also hindered by the continuous veto of Security Council at Security Council. The peace process between Russia and Ukraine is still yet to be done. Other is the
don't
Israel-Iran war.
don't you think one major thing is there in that that China market had always plays a very pivotal role. And here for last 6 7 months, Chinese market are continuously have been giving some fillip to the foreign investors. They are reducing their tax rates. And for this reason, the foreign investors have started investing there in the Chinese market. They have started withdrawing our fund from the Indian market and siphoning it to the Chinese market. This is one of the major reasons. But
Okay.
after a long gap, you may when is your date of interview? Tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Kumar.
Tomorrow. So it will be a very big issue for you. After a long gap of probably 3 4 months, only today, FII investors has purchased Indian shares of 4611 crore rupees. So FII has showed confidence on Indian market just
Okay,
today.
sir.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
thank you. So, Imran, you have
Yes,
heard
sir.
that our Ram Mandir was made in Ayodhya, UP. I want to know the company who has got this contract to build Ayodhya Mandir.
Tata Construction Company. Hello.
No, no, no. L&T.
Okay.
Okay.
Tata Consultancy are related to Parliament building, sir. Confused with. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. 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 Hello, sir.
Yes.
Uh,
Hello.
am I audible, sir?
Yes. You are audible and visible. Am I audible or visible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, Imran,
Yes, sir.
one thing, can you mention in our constitution, you know that after independence, one of the major reformation that has to taken place in the field of indirect taxation is in the form of GST. So GST has
Yes,
been
sir.
rolled out in the whole country with effect from which date?
First July 2017.
Good. 1st July 2017. So my question to you, which article, any article was required to be amended to bring GST in India?
Yes, Article 269A, and another is
Oh,
Article 279A. Uh,
good.
Another is I think 245 or
This
something.
is the center state relation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, uh, don't you think that state share, because GST has subsumed so many indirect taxes,
Yes, sir.
excepting one tax. Can you cite the one tax that has not been subsumed under GST?
The excise on alcohol.
No, excise on alcohol has been kept out of the ambit of GST. But one indirect asset tax has not been subsumed under GST.
Um,
When you import something, what type of tax do you need to pay?
when I import, there is customs
Good.
or import
Customs
duty.
duty. Customs duty. Custom duty is kept out of the ambit of GST because custom duty has not been subsumed under GST. Okay. Why it is so?
Because it is in national interest. Maybe.
Correct. Because the national sovereignty will be lost then, na? If
Yes.
all the countries are brought in a single fora or single platform or a single domain, the individuality of the country will be lost. That's why.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, one thing, one interesting findings I'm just noticing nowadays that the last month's GST collection, as far as concerned, the last month GST collection, the Haryana, which is comparatively smaller state than West Bengal, has ranked 4 in terms of collection of GST, while the West Bengal ranked secure ranked 6th. So, do you find any rationale or explanation behind this?
Because the urban areas of Haryana, like Gurgaon, is much developing, and the industries there are doing well. People are flocking to the
Okay,
city of Gurgaon,
okay, okay,
and we have already seen that the rent and the the real estate business are already booming at
okay.
that.
These
Uh,
are partly correct. I may say it is partly correct. Anyway, uh, what is your job profile now, Imran?
well, I'm currently the supervisor of the monument.
No,
Uh,
supervisor of the monument. Okay, okay. So, what type of work do you need to do there?
I do supervise the monuments, healers, the security staff. I also have to take care of all the problems related they are facing by the visitors, the encroachment process, the encroachment uh,
Okay.
outside the monument.
Suppose a
I have to
visitor,
cover it.
suppose, Imran, suppose
Yes, sir.
a visitor caused a severe damage to a monument. So, under which act he or she will be punished?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Ah, I I know one act, but I have not read the provision of this act,
Okay.
so I'm not sure about it. There is an act of Ancient Monument and Site Remains Act, and it
Hmm.
came into effect in 1958. But there may be a criminal procedure according to recent VNS.
Okay. So, as per your as per your knowledge, site major three problems nowadays are being faced by the people of West Bengal.
So can you come again, sir?
Three major problems that are being faced by the people of West Bengal nowadays.
One is unemployment. is a major issue
Okay.
in West Bengal, as many people are people are migrating. The rate of migrating has been continuously increased, and I am also I have been working in South, and I have seen that even in rural areas, in small factories, there are people from Bengal. So there must be a structural problem in West Bengal. For that, they have traveled so far. It is one of
Okay.
the issues. Another issue has recently that the street encroachment in urban areas, semi-urban areas,
Okay.
another problem. Another issue I can say that the encroachment on watershed areas, as recently we have been reading in newspaper that the buildings are being collapsed in urban areas, and it is said that those buildings are built up in a area where which was previously was an water body, and by filling it, they are constructing this kind of building. So there is major issues for vigilance on that part. I think.
So I hope you have heard and much aware of the fact of Arjikar incident, the heinous crime incident that happened a
Yes, sir.
year, month or year ago rather. So,
Yes, sir.
so is it not a very big issue or problem to you? A surprise.
Definitely, sir. The women safety should be given much priority above all. And West Bengal is one of the major state that women are working in various workplaces. So the
So do you find anything positive that have come out from these heinous incidents?
uh, yes, sir. The state government has in assembly a new law has been introduced and already passed by the state. The
Good,
bill is called Operator Bill and
good.
is sent to the president for assent for his assent. Already ministers have has visited him uh, to talk about it. The bill seeks justice for those victims for the heinous crime, and the the perpetrator should be arrested within 21 days of time limit. It also sought to change one of the section in BNS, and
Good.
another is that
40.
the state is demanding the death penalty for uh, for the victims if the victim died or is in a vegetative condition or
Why
coma.
the death penalty has not been awarded by the honorable court?
Because the it is up to the court, it is up to the discretion of the judge
No,
that if
court has, the honorable judge has referred some cases. Can you cite this for which the death penalty has not been awarded for this case?
well, I have not heard any of uh, those cases, but
Okay, okay.
but
So,
the court cites that rarest
how,
of the rare case is
correct,
already
rarest of the rare incident.
and
Okay.
the
So,
discretion of
Imran, how do you enrich your leisure time?
well, I do travel. I like to travel in places and especially the places of uh, archaeologically valued. I have visited many places in Karnataka, Maharashtra, in Goa. So I whenever I get time, I used to visit those places and also learn about the architecture, different form of architecture, to learn about differences among them. So these are my
Do you
interests.
know who is considered as the father of archaeology?
Yes, Alexander Cunningham.
Alexander Cunningham. You're sure?
I think Alexander Cunningham is has developed the Indian uh, archaeological survey was set up by him, but there is Asiatic Society by who first collected many archaeological remains. The name I don't not remember right now.
In which state, which Indian state has highest number of archaeological sites?
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Okay, okay. So my last question will be to you. So am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So my last question is this. If you are not selected, if you are not selected or you will miss this bus for this bus this time, how do you perceive this thing?
Uh, well, definitely, if I uh, miss this chance also, but I have to consider myself that there might be any failure from me, and I will definitely try to improve that in any stage, maybe in mains or in interview. There is always scope for learning uh, in every process. I will definitely try to improve that part.
Okay, okay. So should I ask two, three more questions on current affairs as
Perfect.
well?
Perfect.
Okay. So India has recently uh, entered an agreement with which country relating to the development of titanium oxide? Can you mention the name of the country with which India has signed a MOU?
No, sir, I have not heard.
You have not seen. You have not read.
No, sir.
Okay. So another question is India has developed a spy mission. Spy mission.
Thai mission.
Yes. So can you name that mission?
No, sir.
Have you heard the
Um,
Kuno National Park? Kuno National Park?
yes, sir. Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. It was
Yes.
famous for it because last year, 2 years before, the Indian cheetah project was implemented and
Yes.
cheetah was
Yes.
brought from Africa.
Okay. Okay. So, in which year Konyasri project has been launched by government of West Bengal?
In 2013.
Good. Good. Your interaction is over. Imran, I would like
So,
to point out, আমি তোমার সঙ্গে বাংলায় একটু কথা বলিনি। Are you comfortable in understandability
হ্যাঁ
of
হ্যাঁ
Bengal?
অবশ্যই
ও তুমি লিখতে
অবশ্যই স্যার
পড়তে সবই পারো, তাই তো? তো
হ্যাঁ একদম
যেহেতু কালকে তোমার ইন্টারভিউ, ইউ আর ভেরি মাচ fit candidate. Rather, I would say you are very composed, you are very confident, you are looking very confident. But I'd like to add two, three more things in this couple of couple of hours rather. তুমি একটা জিনিস একটু করো যে যে জিনিসটা তুমি পারছো না না সেই জিনিসটাতে যেমন স্ট্রেট আনসার বলছো যে আমি স্যার এটার ব্যাপারে জানছি না বা এটাই করছি না, এইটাই কিন্তু মেনটেন করবে। কোনো কিন্তু গেস আনসার করবে না, এক। দুই, হবিতে তুমি বলছো আর্কিওলজি। আর্কিওলজি থেকে আমার মনে হয়েছে তোমার আর্কিওলজিতে একটু যদি পারো তো এই 1 ঘন্টা 2 ঘন্টা একটু ডেটা করো। আমি একটা দুটো কমন ডেটা বলছি যেটাতে তুমি কিন্তু করছো না। হবি তো শুড কাম ফ্রম আওয়ার স্পন্টেনিয়াসলি। তো সেখানে যদি একটা দুটো কোনো যায় সেটা বাজে কিছু নয়। দেখো, ইওর নলেজ টেস্ট ইজ ওভার, ইট ইজ দ্য টাইম টু টেস্ট ইওর পার্সোনালিটি। কিন্তু কি হয়, যদি খুব সাধারণ জিনিস তোমার যদি করে যায় তাহলে বোঝা যায় যে তোমার এই পার্সোনালিটির একটা ব্যাড ট্রেট মনে হয়। আর এইটাই তখন কিন্তু নেগেটিভ ইমপ্রেশন ক্যারি করে। হোল বোর্ডের কাছে যদি প্রথমে এরকম একটা নেগেটিভ ইমপ্রেশন ক্যারি করে তাহলে তুমি হয়তো একদম অপটিমাম নাম্বারটা নাও পেতে পারো। তাই জন্য বলছি, হবি যদি কখনো, যদি আর্কিওলজি বলো, ঠিক বলেছো, ভালো বলেছো, তোমার এগুলো করা একটু ব্রাশ আপ করে নাও। আর আজকে এই সময়টা
স্যার
আমি
আমি
বলবো একটু, আমি তোমার
স্যার আমি
কথায় আসছি, তোমার কোয়েশ্চেনে আসছি।
হ্যাঁ
আগে আমাকে একটু শেষ করতে দাও, আমি তো জট ডাউন করেছি তোমার কোন কোন জায়গা নিয়ে আমি বলবো। আর হবিটাকে একটু ব্রাশ আপ করো, একটু কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স ব্রাশ আপ করো এই কয়েক ঘন্টায়। আর বাকি কালকের আমি তোমাকে যেহেতু ফুল অ্যাটায়ারে দেখতে পাচ্ছি না কালকে, তুমি ব্লেজার নিশ্চয়ই পরবে না।
হ্যাঁ
তো
অবশ্যই আলাদা হয়ে আছে আমার
ব্লেজার
ব্লেজার টাই।
ব্লেজার পরবে।
হ্যাঁ ব্লেজার অ্যান্ড প্যান্ট সেম কালার
আচ্ছা,
অ্যান্ড
ব্লেজার পরলে
টাই
এই
আছে।
বাটনটা একটুখানি লক রাখবে যদি টাই
আচ্ছা
পরো। যদি টাই পরো
ওকে
এটাই করবে। আর ব্লেজারের বাটন গুলো খোলা থাকবে যখন তুমি বসবে, আর যখন তুমি
হ্যাঁ স্যার
উঠে দাঁড়াবে একটা বাটন লাগিয়ে নেবে।
ওকে স্যার।
ঠিক আছে। আর হাতের মুভমেন্ট তোমার হচ্ছে না, ইট ইজ ভেরি গুড, ভেরি গুড। আর এই সময়টা আর বিশেষ কিছু করার নেই, ইউ আর ভেরি কম্পিটেন্ট, কম্পিটেন্ট ক্যান্ডিডেট, ইউ শুড মেক ইট। এবার তোমার কি বক্তব্য আছে বলো।
স্যার আমি আর্কিওলজিক্যাল সার্ভেতে যখন প্রথম যাই, আমি প্রথমবার অ্যাকচুয়ালি স্টেটের বাইরে গিয়ে একটা নতুন জায়গাতে জব শুরু করি। তো আমার খুব ভালো লাগে আসলে, কারণ একটা আলাদা ফিল্ডের মধ্যে ছিলাম। এটা আমি ইলেকট্রিক্যাল ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং নিয়ে পড়েছি, বাট আর্কিওলজিটা আমার সত্যি
আমি
খুব
ওই
ভালো লাগে।
জন্য
আমি
দেখেছো ইন্টারভিউ এর প্রথম 15
হ্যাঁ
মিনিটস আমি ওই জায়গায় তোমাকে ঘুরিয়েছি।
আমি আসলে সত্যি অনেক জায়গা ঘুরেছি এবং দেখেছি আর্কিওলজিক্যালি, সেগুলো নিয়ে স্টাডি করেছি। আমাদের পাবলিকেশন প্রত্যেক বছরই বের করে আর্কিওলজিক্যাল সার্ভে। আমাদের লাইব্রেরি আছে, আমি সেখানে টাইম স্পেন্ড করি।
হুম।
আদারওয়াইজ এইসব আর্কিওলজি
তাহলে
নিয়ে
এই
আমি
সব যে এই সব দিকে একটু টেনে নিয়ে যাবে। এই যে
হ্যাঁ
তুমি যে
হ্যাঁ সেটাই।
আর্কিওলজি ঘুরছো ঘুরছো না, এর রাদার
হ্যাঁ
এর থেকে তুমি বলবে আমি যখনই সময় পাই এই বই পড়ি এখানে করি, তাহলে কি কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো
হ্যাঁ
ওই রিলেটেড আসতে পারে, যে জায়গাটা তোমার ডোমেন।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আমি মনে করি যে ওইগুলো থেকে
আর
প্রশ্ন
একটা
করলে আমি
জিনিস
পারবো।
জানবে যে এই টাইমের মধ্যেই জেনে নাও, যেহেতু তুমি মনুমেন্ট অবজার্ভ করো অবজারভার, তাহলে ওই
হ্যাঁ
মনুমেন্টের যদি কোনো ড্যামেজ করে ওটা কোন আইনে বুকড হচ্ছে।
হুম হুম
এই তোমার প্রেজেন্ট ওয়ার্ক সম্পর্কে একটু ভালো করে ব্রাশ আপ করো।
হুম।
আর তোমার কি জানার আছে বলো।
না বিশেষ তো এইগুলোই আমার আহ, আমি অনেক
আচ্ছা,
কনফিডেন্স
যদি
পেলাম
ধরো
আমি আগের
আমি
দিন।
যেমন
Right,
আমি যে
হ্যাঁ
প্রশ্নটা বললাম যে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
পশ্চিমবঙ্গের প্রধান 3টে সমস্যার কথা বলো, তাতে কিন্তু তুমি আনএমপ্লয়মেন্ট একটা যেমন সমস্যা বললে প্রথম,
হ্যাঁ।
তারপরের সমস্যাটা কি যেন বললে তুমি, তার
তো
পরের এটা
তারপরে
বললে ওই,
এনক্রোচমেন্ট।
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ,
ফুটপাথ এনক্রোচমেন্ট।
হ্যাঁ, ফুটপাথ এনক্রোচমেন্ট। আর তারপরে বললে যে ওই মাল্টি স্টোরি
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ওই
বিল্ডিং এর
যে
হচ্ছে, তাই তো।
ওয়াটার বডিজ গুলো ফিল করা। হ্যাঁ
হুম, হুম। এবার আমার যা মনে হয় আনএমপ্লয়মেন্ট ইজ আ মেজর ইস্যু। এখানটা
হ্যাঁ
যদি তুমি আনএমপ্লয়মেন্ট নিয়ে ঢোকো তাহলে অবশ্যই তার পরের প্রশ্নটা যে এরাম আসে যে ধরুন এই যে রাস্তায় নেমে প্রোটেস্ট করছে বিভিন্ন এরা, যে এসএসসি বা এদের এই প্রোটেস্টটাকে কি আপনি সমর্থন করেন। কারণ এই কোয়েশ্চেন গুলো সমস্ত কাউন্টার কোয়েশ্চেন আসে, কারণ তোমার তো পার্সোনালিটিটাকে টেস্ট করবে, আইডিয়াল এতে কিন্তু এইগুলো
হুম
হয়। তো মাই সাজেশন ইজ দ্যাট এখানে কিন্তু কোনো পলিটিক্যাল এনক্রোচমেন্ট আনবে না। তখন তো
আচ্ছা
আমাদের উত্তরটা এরম হবে যে যে কোনো আন্দোলনই তার তো একটা উদ্দেশ্য থাকে, এবং সেটা, সেই আন্দোলনটা যেন শান্তিপূর্ণ, তার একটা প্রোটেস্ট হয়। এবং সেটা যদি ল অ্যান্ড
হুম,
অর্ডার বা ডেইলি লাইফকে করে, হ্যাম্পার করে, তাহলে সেটাকে আমাদের অন্যভাবে ভাবতে হবে। মানে সবসময় তোমার পয়েন্টের মধ্যে কিন্তু একটা নতুন দিগন্ত এক্সপ্লোর করবার থাকবে। মানে তুমি তো একটা
হুম,
অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেটিভ এতে যাচ্ছ। আচ্ছা, বিডিওর কাজ
হুম,
তুমি যখন বললে, তখন কিন্তু তুমি অনেক পরে এই বিডিওর ইলেকশন এর ব্যাপারে কাজগুলো বললে, কিন্তু বিডিওর ইলেকশন কাজটা প্রথম দুটো তিনটে কথার পরেই বলো যে
আচ্ছা,
বিডিও কিন্তু একটা খুব ভাইটাল রোল প্লে করে। অ্যাসেম্বলি ইলেকশনে এআরও, আর এখানে আরও পঞ্চায়েত ইলেকশনে আরও হিসেবে করে। মিউনিসিপ্যাল এই আমাদের পার্লামেন্ট ইলেকশনেও এআরও হিসেবে করে। আর পার্লামেন্ট ইলেকশনের আরো হচ্ছেন আমাদের ডিস্ট্রিক্ট ম্যাজিস্ট্রেট।
ওকে স্যার।
আমার সেকেন্ড প্রেফারেন্স কি?
রেভিনিউ অফিস, রেভিনিউ সার্ভিস।
অল দ্য বেস্ট, ভালো হোক।
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
আর কিছু
আপনি
জানার
অনেক
আছে?
সময় দিলেন। না স্যার, এইটাই। আর যে
থ্যাংক ইউ।
একটু ব্রাশ আপ করে নেবো। আর আমি
হ্যাঁ,
অবশ্যই স্যার আপনার সাথে যোগাযোগ
আশা
করবো।
করে না, বেস্ট।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
যোগাযোগ করো, হ্যাঁ। বেস্ট অফ
হ্যাঁ
লাক।
হ্যাঁ, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার। আপনি অনেক সময়
আই
দিলেন,
উইশ ইউ
হ্যাঁ
অল দ্য
বলুন।
বেস্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরিথিং উইল বি গুড। বাই।